Jogesh Pratap Singh, in his inaugural speech, elaborately described various aspects of our constitution: justice, liberty, freedom of press. And he referred also to my father. Then I remember in the 80s, I asked a question to my father, late Pangshumohan Lo, why you started English newspaper in the year 1959 when there was not even Bengali newspaper, one or two small newspapers. Then we could have earned a lot and we could be economically very sound. Then he replied that, listen to me, my son. My father also a senior advocate, one of the busiest advocates of the state. In spite of that, he started the newspaper in the year 1959 in English. Then I was on that he replied that I did not start it for any commercial purpose. Tripura is the remotest part of our independent India. Maximum people we had crossed over the border due to unfortunate partition. We had, the people of Tripura had so many grievances, so many demands, so many needs. And we are Bengali speaking people. The policymakers stay in Delhi. Who will ventilate how we shall express our demands, our needs, our grievances? So, the object of starting English newspaper in the year 1959 was that he said it will create a bridge between the remotest part of India, the state, Tripura, and Delhi. Delhi people, the legislators, the policymakers, they do not understand Bengali, and English is the only medium to make them understand about our needs. With that object in view, I started English newspaper. I know because as was a professional man, he managed the running of the expenses. However, this was the object. Now, what I wanted to say, that what is the object of a journalist, of a press? Here lies the object which we wanted to achieve. We have to analyze ourselves. But if this is beyond reasonable restrictions, so we see that Article 19(1)(a), 19(1), freedom of speech and expression is written. There is no words like freedom of press. But Supreme Court has evolved that freedom of speech and expression includes freedom of press. This is the interpretation and evaluation, and it is the constitutional morality adopted by the constitutional courts, particularly the Supreme Court being the highest court of interpretation of our country. Now, sovereign, let us forget that any legislation made by any state or not. Let us legislate ourselves. In my opinion, as a citizen of India, we must make our own code of conduct. And in every step, the journalists, the press people, the media houses, by their own character and conduct, has to render the constitutional duties following the constitutional morality encrypted in our constitution and in the preamble. A free and responsible press is essential for democracy to survive and flourish. The press acts as the voice of the people and as the watchdog of institutions. It informs the public, exposes wrongdoing, highlights injustices, and creates space for public debate. It brings the activities of government under scrutiny and ensures transparency in public affairs. Although the Constitution does not expressly mention freedom of press, Article 19(1)(a), which I said, freedom of speech and expression forms its constitutional foundation. Over the decades, the Supreme Court has consistently recognized that a free press is integral to the functioning of a democratic society. Now, its independence is a delicate balance. The press informs the people legitimize the Constitution protects the press. This relation is delicate. It must be nurtured with care. When the press becomes weak, misinformation and disinformation grow. When citizens stop questioning, power becomes unaccountable. When constitutional values are ignored, democracy becomes hollow. Thus, all three must work in harmony. The Constitution, the people, and the press are not separate. They are interconnected pillars. The Constitution grants rights and protections to both citizens and the press. Now, in this complex state of affairs, the journalists, the press people have to face huge, substantial challenges. We live in a world of rapid communications, social media influence, and information that travels faster than ever before. This environment presents opportunities but also challenges. The rise of misinformation, increasing polarization, pressures on media independence, and declining trust in institutions. In such times, the responsibility of the press, the vigilance of the people, and the integrity of institutions, including the judiciary, become even more important.